Across the service economy, one role keeps reappearing under different titles. The job, deliver the project, and at the same time, own how the customer feels about it. Two jobs, one person, two hats. Picture the person wearing both as a translator between two parties who speak different languages. The firm speaks in margin, scope, and resources. The customer speaks in value, disruption, and delight. Organizational research named this decades ago, the boundary spanner, the person who links an organization to the world outside it, carrying information across the line in both directions. The project manager stands in the middle and absorbs the friction between them. Managing these conflicting forces is a documented structural reality of the job, rather than an accident of a bad org chart. This is the iron triangle. For a long time, it defined success through three specific measures: delivering on time, on budget, and to spec. Over the following decades, research widened that definition. Success now includes a fourth core measure: customer impact. Delivery is only half the story. Whether the customer actually received value is now a permanent part of the scorecard. This creates what researchers call the trap of delight. In a Kano model, an unexpected touch that pleases a customer today quietly ratchets up to become their bare minimum baseline expectation tomorrow. Because value is continuously co-created with the customer, the bar for success is always moving higher, increasing the systemic pressure on the person caught in the middle. There is a name for the effort of projecting steady confidence when a timeline slips or two sides pull at once: emotional labor. It is the invisible work of managing your own feelings to meet a role's expectations. Research has documented profound emotional exhaustion in this role. When role ambiguity meets sustained time pressure, the psychological load becomes a physical weight. This strain is a documented feature, not a personal weakness. Managing it requires realistic staffing, clear escalation, and genuine room to recover. The role becomes sustainable through intentional organizational design, prioritizing structural support over individual resilience. The ultimate test of the two-hat role is telling the objective truth about project risk every single time. Humans have a deep tendency to soften or hold back unwelcome news, a phenomenon called the mum effect. Under the pressure of information asymmetry and personal exposure, the signal begins to dim. This is mirrored by the deaf effect, where leadership finds it difficult to hear or accept news that disrupts the established plan. Standing on the boundary between the firm's constraints and the customer's demands makes carrying bad news feel like a massive personal threat. However, research shows that when the messenger is treated as a collaborative partner, the message lands. These teams correct course earlier, catching risks before they become failures. Hidden risk is a symptom of a boundary designed without psychological safety. Reporting it is the professional standard. Because the problem is structural, the solution must be structural as well. We need a framework of partnership designed specifically to dismantle the mum effect. Name both hats to remove ambiguity. Sharing customer knowledge creates a foundation, closing the information gap. Next, calibrate co-creation. Involve the customer enough to feel ownership without decision fatigue. Candor and safety become support cables, creating an environment where risk surfaces early enough to act. The profession's competency framework, power skills, and business acumen functions as the required infrastructure for this partnership, grounded in evidence rather than elective training. Communication, empathy, and ethical honesty are the literal mortar holding these opposing roles together, protecting both the firm and the customer. When structural support and emotional intelligence are deployed together, the two hats stop competing. Worn with skill, they are how modern projects deliver both results and trust.